Are you considering getting into real estate? Or maybe you're in real estate now wondering what are some other ways to make money with this cool new license I just got? Well, in this video, we're gonna go over 5 different ways that a real estate agent can make money when they get licensed. So if that's what you're after, stick around, we got more coming at you right now. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore here with the Whittemore Group with LPT Realty, coming at you with some more great information. If you're a brand new agent, experienced agent, team agent, associate broker, team owner, broker, whatever it is at any stage, you're in the right place if you're looking to improve your business. On this channel, we go through everything that's LPT, and we go through everything that we can do to help you succeed as a real estate agent. I've been through it all. I've been that single agent. I've been an ops manager. I've been a team agent, buyer's agent. Heck, I've even been that team lead and ran 2 businesses in 2 different states at the same time. During COVID, no less. I've seen it all and I've made a ton of mistakes, okay? What I would say is learn vicariously through me through this channel so that you don't make those same mistakes. They say that you are the sum of the 3 voices that you surround yourself with. Let me be one of those voices to help you succeed. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming your way. Okay, so let's talk about it. How to make money as a real estate agent. So the big thing here is to get licensed. Get your license. Depending on what state, you may have to find a broker prior to taking the license, but here in Florida and most places, go test to get your license. Once you have that, you're gonna find a broker, find a team, right? If you wanna join a team to get experience or just go direct under a broker, hang your license there and boom, you're ready to go. You can start on track for these things. It's the easiest way to do this, what most people think. Number 1 is to help buyers buy home, sellers to sell home, right? Buyers are the same thing as investors. It just depends on whatever that they're after. For a buyer, what do? Well, first you gotta find them. Finding buyers, finding sellers, finding investors, that's called prospecting. And that's gonna be a majority of what you do as a real estate agent, okay? Until you get up the ranks or whatever, okay? But you have to find these people that want to do that. That's gonna be the hardest part of the job. Once you find them, it becomes a little bit easier. So once you find somebody that wants to buy, you connect them with somebody that can help with financing if need be, if they're not purchasing cash. You do that, you go through a system to educate them, you get a signed agreement with them, because that's required now as of August of 2024. Once you do that, you'll go out, show some homes, and they'll want a home. You'll negotiate with them. You're also going to negotiate your commission. At that time, you should probably pre-negotiate that with your buyer, but every time you submit an offer, that's something you're going to have to negotiate within that. So you're negotiating for your money at each offer. Once that goes through and you agree, now you get to do everything between contract to close, okay? They call it being in escrow. Once that happens, you're going to schedule inspections. You're going to follow up on inspections. If there's repairs, you're gonna help with repairs. You're gonna communicate with all parties throughout. The seller agent, well, mainly seller agent, the title company or lawyer's office or whatever for your state. You're gonna be talking to the lender and everybody else that's involved to make sure everybody's pushing to the same date. Once we go to do that, you'll be troubleshooting as issues will come up. Then at closing, you'll go show up. You get to hand some keys, take a selfie, goes on Instagram, everybody's happy. For your sellers, again, hardest part is finding the sellers. Once you do so, you go in to do a presentation. You'll do an analysis to see what it is that that home is worth for a fair market value or whatever that they're after. You'll present to them a marketing strategy, how you're gonna sell the home, what price we're gonna sell the home at, and then go in, coordinate photos, tell them what they need to do, or coordinate people to do those things for them to get the home up to speed. You'll schedule photographs, maybe drone shots, maybe Matterport, whatever is required for your area. Once you get all that stuff, you start your marketing plan. And that could be as little as putting it on the MLS and waiting, or it could be pretty robust, like what we do on our team, where we have a checklist of items of all the things that we're going to do to promote that listing. Once you have all of that set, you'll also coordinate anybody trying to get into the home with the seller. They'll coordinate through you to get somebody in, and hopefully you get enough people in, you're gonna get an offer. Once you get that offer, you're gonna go ahead and give that to your seller. You're gonna help them understand what the offer's saying, understand what their net would possibly be or estimate, and then you negotiate back and forth until you figure out what's best for the seller. Once that's it's under contract, and you do very much the same thing in escrow as you did with the buyer, except you're the one coordinating for the repairs to get those done, ensuring that we're still on timeline, timeline, just like with the buyers, ensuring the seller's out and all their stuff's removed on a certain timeline, all that fun stuff. Once you get to close, you go ahead and get that closing. You'll remove your sign from their yard if you put a sign in there. I forgot to say that at the beginning. That's part of your marketing. Take your lockbox off, take a camera, take a selfie, Instagram, you know it. That's what happens. So there's a lot to do, and everything I just mentioned there is what a typical agent does. And what that is called is being a single agent. That's what we call it here in the real estate universe. You're single, you do everything. You're like a single parent, okay? You do absolutely everything, and you're the only one responsible for it. Now, where this starts to get a little bit different, how you can start to leverage yourself to make more money, is unfortunately you're gonna have to hire systems and or people. One of the best ways to really start to grow your business is the assistant model. You're still gonna do everything, okay? You're still gonna bring in a lot of the business, but all those little things that I was just talking about, you're like, I don't wanna drive out and put a sign out, I don't wanna do this or that. Get an assistant for it. All those little things that are probably $10 an hour job, you can get somebody else to do it. You can get somebody virtually to do it and to help you out. So you start to hire admin assistants to help you. And you can do this at a very high level. That's what our team does, where we've had and put everybody, we have 8 virtual assistants, and I have 2 to 3, well, I guess 3 agents now on salary. So nobody gets paid a commission, they get paid a salary. So you can go do this at a very small level, and you can work your way up to a very, very high level and make this super, super profitable, okay? The next one that you can do is called the agent model. So you'll still start with an assistant, probably a transaction coordinator. And then as you continue to build business, you don't have enough time for you to go out and do buyer and seller tasks, right? At that point, you'll hire an agent, and that agent will take a certain split from you from the split that you get from the company. So you can hire lots of agents because hypothetically, those agents are gonna go out and find their own business. They're gonna do their own prospecting. That's the big difference between the single agent and the agent model, is that you have more dedicated prospectors because it's in their own self-interest to prospect, okay? On your agent model, the only one that really is prospecting is you, right? You may be able to, and it's possible, you can hire assistants and salaried people to prospect for you, but you really have to get through all that first to do it. And then, if they're prospecting enough, it should sustain your business and should keep you going, and you're just going on buyer and seller appointments. And that's all you do until such point that you either want to go to an agent model or you want to hire salaried agents. So once that happens, you can get those agent model is that you have a split with your brokerage, and then the brokerage will pay the other agent since they're on your team, usually like a 50-50 split or whatever. And you can get pretty crazy with those numbers, but you can build a lot of agents out there, and the whole value that you're giving them most of the time is training and mentorship and access to systems and maybe access to assistants. This is a big model. This is basically like running a brokerage without the liability. All right, so models like EXP, Real, LPT, like these cloud-based brokerages really thrive on the agent model. I can tell you now, just from my personal experience, that they also thrive in an elevated assistant model. So all these different things will work very, very well. The thing that I love about this is that you're leveraging people. Okay? And you're leveraging people to do the tasks that you don't necessarily want to do, or you just don't have time to do. And this is a good way to build business. That's how you really, really make money, is leveraging people, leveraging prospecting, and really just leveraging time. You can make a ton of money doing that. That was only number 1. I hope you're still here. Number 2, what you can do is you can recruit. You can recruit people into your brokerage if you're a broker, or onto your team, or you can recruit into other systems such as the cloud-based systems I told you about, Real, EXP, LPT. I'm sure there's a bunch more that have a rev share model. What is rev share? Basically, it's when you bring somebody on, they're on a, we'll say, 80-20 split, and then from that 20% that goes back to the broker, you get a certain split of that depending on, you know, how much that they bring in, right? And the cool part is that it's kind of like that tiered system where you have one and then that other person recruited somebody else, and you get in these tiers and you get like a certain cut of it. It never takes away from the agent, but a lot of that extra income is going back to you passively. So you can recruit and build out rev share, and that could be really, really big for your business moving on. I know people that just did recruiting and barely any real estate, and they're making 60 grand. And they're not even big names, but making 60 grand a month. Like, it's crazy, and that's just from rev share. And providing the brokerage doesn't tank, a majority of those people still stick around, and those other people below them are still helping recruiting. It could go on and on and on, and you just making that money. So it's a really cool thing to look at. Number 3 is you can invest. You can invest once you have a license. Why? Because you're gonna know where all the good deals are. You're gonna know how to get them. So what can you do? You can buy and hold, one of my favorite strategies. I can purchase something and then rent it out. Usually I purchase something either at a discount or something that needs a little love, right? I'll go in there, rehab it, and then rent it out. You can also flip. Flip is where you take a disheveled mess, get it at a discount, throw a certain amount of money, rehab, and then resell it. Especially as a real estate agent, you can do this because you're not gonna have to pay another agent to get into the MLS or anything like that. So you're gonna save on commission with that. The other part, you don't have to have a real estate agent license to do these, but it's called syndications. We'll have a big project, we'll say multi-million dollars, and you've got the money because you've been an investor. And a lot of these you can get in for 50,000 bucks. And you can just go in and buy part of a multi-million dollar investment and start making money off of that, where you don't have to manage anything, you don't have to worry about anything other than sitting back and creating and getting dividends. Not really dividends, but profits, profit share. Now, there of course are inherent risks with any investment, but these syndications is definitely something to look into. I've already got a couple myself. Number 4, you can teach. Whether you want to start a real estate school or you want to do and be a coach, right? Maybe you want to run your own coaching and help agents build their careers. There's a lot of different things that you can do within the real estate scope. Once you understand how it works, you could also develop software for real estate agents or develop a system that you could sell to them. One of the things that you can really do in a good real estate market is sell to agents. You'll make a lot of money right there if you can find out what that is. Last but not least, number 5, you can become a broker. If you want, that means that all profits and everything can go to you directly versus a third party. Now, there are some advantages of being a broker where you get all of the opportunity to collect profit, but there are some disadvantages such as liability and a lot of extra work and a lot more admin that you need to take care of. Being a broker as well as being a team lead, I think are very close. The only difference is that you're going to have to pay that broker fees, annual fees, or whatever that cost is in order to run your team under there. But some of these cloud-based brokerages typically have some programs such as like rev share that can offset by a long shot the cost of what you're going to pay them just to operate. So I would look in between those. Most states you're going to have to wait 2 years before you can apply for your broker's license. But by that time you should have an idea of what the difference of a team lead versus a broker is and what's going to be more profitable to you and what can help you make the most money moving forward in real estate. But that's all I have for how to make money as a real estate agent. If you have any questions about anything I mentioned here, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you are considering moving over to LPT, want to know more about it, of course you could check out our channel here, or if you're ready to go, want some one-on-one just to see if this is the right move for you, give me a call, text, email, happy to help any way I can. Anyway, my name's Tim Whittemore with LPT Realty here with the Whittemore Group, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care.